Once upon a time there was a beautiful unicorn named Starshine who lived in a magical forest. Starshine had a flowing rainbow mane and tail, and her horn glowed with magical light. She spent her days frolicking through the lush meadows, splashing in crystal-clear streams, and laying under the shade of the tall trees. Starshine loved exploring the forest and making new animal friends. One day while wandering through the forest, Starshine stumbled upon a curious sight. A large green egg lay nestled in a bed of leaves. The egg was bigger than any egg Starshine had ever seen before. She leaned in for a closer look and jumped back in surprise as the egg started to crack. A tiny claw poked through the crack, then another. Soon two big yellow eyes were peering out at Starshine. With a loud crack the egg split open and out tumbled a baby dragon. The baby dragon shook off bits of eggshell and looked around curiously. He had emerald green scales, a long spiked tail, and wings that flapped excitedly. When he saw Starshine he cried, "Mama," and toddled towards her on wobbly legs. Starshine was surprised but warmed immediately to the adorable hatchling. "Well, aren't you the cutest little dragon?" said Starshine, nuzzling the baby dragon. "But I'm not your mama. I'm Starshine the unicorn. Do you have a name?" The baby dragon shook his head. "Then I will call you Spike," Starshine declared. Spike flapped his wings happily at his new name. Starshine decided she would look after Spike until they could find his real family. She invited him back to her home, a towering crystal treehouse hidden amongst the forest trees. Spike was fascinated by all the unicorn's magical treasures. He tried on sparkling crystal crowns and necklaces, waved around Starshine's star-topped wand, and gobbled up the rainbow candies. After the new friends had a nap, Starshine led Spike on a tour of the rest of the forest. She introduced him to all her animal friends, Leo the brave lion, Athena the wise owl, Dottie the sweet bunny, and more. Spike loved meeting all the new animals, but he was most excited when they came across a family of dragons living in a mountain cave. "Mama! Papa!" cried Spike, running towards the bigger dragons who gathered him up in their arms and nuzzled him lovingly. Starshine realized this must be Spike's real family. The mama dragon explained that she had left her egg in the forest temporarily to search for food when it had rolled away out of sight. They were distraught when they couldn't find it and overjoyed to have their baby back safe and sound. Starshine was glad Spike had found his real home but was sad to say goodbye to her new friend. The papa dragon could see her tears and said, "Starshine, you took care of our Spike when we could not. We are forever grateful and welcome you to visit our family anytime." From then on Starshine and Spike remained best friends. Starshine visited the dragon's cave often, bringing magical treats to share. Spike loved hearing about all of Starshine's forest adventures. When he was old enough, he would fly around the forest with Starshine on his back. They soared over the treetops and splashed in the waterfalls together. Though they came from different worlds, their friendship was magical. The years passed happily, but a darkness came to the forest one day. An evil sorcerer named Vorus crept into the woods, polluting the rivers and turning the once lush meadows into gloomy wastelands. The animals were in danger and Starshine knew she had to stop him. She flew as fast as she could to the dragon's cave to tell Spike. "We have to stop Vorus before he ruins our home," said Starshine. Spike unfurled his large, powerful wings. Though young, he was now one of the fiercest dragons in the land. "I will help you, Starshine," proclaimed Spike. "Gather all the animals of the forest. With our combined strength, we can defeat this evil." Starshine wasted no time. She zoomed through the forest on Spike's back, spreading the word about Vorus' evil magic. All her old animal friends, Leo the lion, Athena the owl, Dottie the bunny and more, showed up to join forces and take back their home. With Starshine leading the charge, the animals worked together to weaken Vorus and destroy his dark magic staff, the source of his power. The sorcerer was strong, but he was no match for the brave animals united. With a final burst of magic, Spike and Starshine destroyed Vorus for good. The animals cheered, their forest was saved. The land was soon restored to its natural beauty. Lush flowers bloomed, the rivers ran clear and the animals lived happily once again. Starshine and Spike rested under the shade of an old maple tree. Spike was growing bigger and stronger every day. Soon he would leave the forest to live with other dragons. But the two friends knew that no matter where their adventures took them, they would always have a special bond that started long ago in a forest far, far away. Once upon a time there was a beautiful fairy named Lily who lived in an enchanted forest. Lily spent her days fluttering around the forest helping the animals and plants grow. She used her magic wand to make the flowers bloom and to heal sick animals. One day, Lily was resting by a babbling brook when she heard cries for help. She flew towards the sound and found a young deer with its legs stuck between two rocks. Lily waved her wand and gently lifted the rocks, freeing the deer. It thanked Lily and then bounded back into the woods. After helping the deer, Lily realized she had flown far from her home. The sun was starting to set and she needed to get back to the fairy village before dark. As Lily turned to leave, she heard a snicker behind her. "Well, well, what do we have here?" said a sneaky voice. Lily turned to see Russet, a tricky elf who loved playing mean pranks on the fairies. Before Lily could react, Russet snatched her magic wand and shouted, "I'll be taking this." He laughed as he darted away into the woods faster than Lily could fly. Lily was devastated that Russet had stolen her wand. Without it, she couldn't spread her magic to help the creatures of the forest. The fairy village also used the magic wands to keep away evil spirits. Lily worried what might happen now that Russet had taken her wand. But she knew she had to be brave and get it back. As the sky grew dark, Lily flew quickly through the forest, using her glow to light the way. Finally, she came to a hollow tree, Russet's secret hideout. She could hear the elf laughing inside. Lily took a deep breath and zoomed into the tree to confront the thief. "Russet, give me back my wand," Lily demanded. "A fairy's wand is not a toy." The tricky elf just cackled. "But it's so much fun to use," he said. Russet waved the wand sloppily. He was surprised when it shot out a bolt of magic, singing his hair. Lily tried to grab her wand, but Russet held it out of her reach. "Give it here, Russet," Lily yelled. She knew she had to get back to the fairy village to protect it. The silly elf jumped around, continuing to wave the wand haphazardly. Magic burst shot out, bouncing around the inside of the tree. Fed up with Russet's games, Lily used her quick flying skills to swoop around the elf and finally snatch the wand from his grasp. "Hey!" he cried. Lily flew out of the tree, holding the wand close. Without magic, Russet could no longer try to use the powerful wand. Clutching her wand, Lily zoomed back to the fairy village. The fairies cheered at her return and Lily promised she would never let anyone steal her magic wand again. She used it that night to cast protective spells around the village, keeping all the fairies safe. Lily learned to always be responsible with her magic.